Few video game franchises can claim the cultural impact of Grand Theft Auto. From its humble beginnings in 1997, GTA has become synonymous with open-world freedom, controversial narratives, and groundbreaking gameplay. The series has sparked countless debates, influenced a generation of game developers, and sold hundreds of millions of copies worldwide. This is the story of how a series about carjacking and crime evolved into a global phenomenon. It all began with a simple concept: create a game where players could explore a vast city and do whatever they wanted. This idea, radical for its time, would go on to define not just the GTA series, but the open-world genre as a whole. Over the next 2 decades, GTA would push the boundaries of gaming technology, storytelling, and cultural commentary, leaving an indelible mark on the industry. From the top-down chaos of the original games to the cinematic heists of GTA V, the series has consistently captivated audiences with its blend of action, humor, and social satire. Along the way, it has faced its share of controversy, with critics targeting its depiction of violence and criminal activity. Despite the controversies, or perhaps because of them, GTA has become a cultural touchstone, referenced in movies, music, and even academic circles. Its influence on the gaming landscape is undeniable, paving the way for countless other open-world games and forever changing the way we experience virtual worlds. In 1997, DMA Design, a small studio based in Dundee, Scotland, released a game that would change the gaming landscape forever: Grand Theft Auto. Presented from a top-down perspective, GTA 1 dropped players into a sprawling, pixelated city teeming with life and criminal opportunity. The premise was simple: work your way up the ranks of the criminal underworld by completing missions for various gangs. Players were given unprecedented freedom to explore the city, steal cars, and wreak havoc. The game's open-ended nature and irreverent humor quickly garnered a loyal following, despite its rudimentary graphics and repetitive gameplay loop. GTA 1's success paved the way for a sequel, released in 1999, which expanded upon the original's formula. GTA 2 retained the top-down perspective but introduced multiple cities, each with its own distinct atmosphere and gangs to work for. The sequel also featured improved graphics, a more diverse range of missions, and a darkly comedic storyline that satirized American culture. While GTA 1 and 2 were critical and commercial successes, they were merely a taste of what the series would become. The games laid the foundation for a franchise that would go on to redefine open-world gaming, but it would take a technological leap forward to truly unleash the potential of the Grand Theft Auto concept. The stage was set for a revolution, and Rockstar North, the studio formed from the ashes of DMA Design, was ready to deliver. The year 2001 marked a turning point for the Grand Theft Auto franchise and the gaming industry as a whole. Gone was the top-down perspective of the first 2 games, replaced with a fully realized 3D open world that was nothing short of revolutionary. GTA 3 thrust players into the gritty urban sprawl of Liberty City, a fictional metropolis inspired by New York City. The game's narrative followed the exploits of Claude, a silent protagonist who seeks revenge after being betrayed during a heist. GTA 3's open-world design allowed players to explore Liberty City at their own pace, taking on missions from a colorful cast of characters, engaging in side activities, or simply causing mayhem on the streets. The game's gritty realism, mature themes, and unprecedented freedom captivated players worldwide. GTA 3's impact was seismic. It became the top-selling game of 2001, receiving critical acclaim and numerous awards. More importantly, it established the blueprint for the modern open-world game, influencing countless titles that followed. The gaming landscape had changed forever, and GTA was leading the charge. The series had found its voice, and it was ready to explore new settings and stories with the same audacious spirit that had made GTA 3 a phenomenon. Section 4. Sunshine and Gang Wars, Vice City and San Andreas. Following the runaway success of GTA 3, Rockstar Games wasted no time in capitalizing on the newfound potential of the franchise. In 2002, the series traveled back to the neon-drenched 1980s with Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The game transported players to the vibrant, crime-ridden streets of Vice City, a fictional Miami brimming with pastel suits, fast cars, and drug-fueled excess. Players stepped into the shoes of Tommy Vercetti, a recently released convict who navigates the city's criminal underworld while building his own empire. Vice City's soundtrack, a nostalgic blend of 80s pop rock and electronic music, perfectly captured the era and became as iconic as the game itself. 2 years later, in 2004, Rockstar unleashed Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, a sprawling epic set in the early 1990s. San Andreas expanded the scope of the series exponentially, offering players an entire state to explore, encompassing sprawling cities, rural towns, and vast stretches of desert and forest. The game's narrative followed the journey of Carl C.J. Johnson, a young man returning to his home in Los Santos, a fictional Los Angeles, after his mother's murder. C.J. becomes embroiled in a web of gang warfare, police corruption, and personal betrayal as he fights to reclaim his turf and seek justice for his family. Both Vice City and San Andreas were massive critical and commercial successes, pushing the boundaries of open-world game design and storytelling. They cemented GTA's status as a cultural phenomenon, solidifying its place in the gaming pantheon. Section 5: Liberty City Stories, a return to familiar streets in GTA 4. After conquering the 1980s and 1990s, the GTA series returned to its modern-day roots with Grand Theft Auto 4 in 2008. The game marked a significant departure for the franchise, adopting a more grounded and realistic tone compared to its predecessors. GTA 4 took players back to a reimagined Liberty City, this time inspired by a grittier, more contemporary New York City. The game followed the story of Niko Bellic, a war veteran from Eastern Europe who arrives in Liberty City seeking a new life and the chance to escape his troubled past. Niko soon finds himself entangled in the city's criminal underworld, torn between his desire for a better life and the pull of his violent past. GTA 4 was praised for its compelling narrative, complex characters, and refined gameplay mechanics. The game introduced several new features to the series, including a more realistic driving model, a cover system for gunfights, and a dynamic weather system that affected the game world. While GTA 4 retained the series' signature open-world freedom, it also explored more mature themes of immigration, identity, and the American dream. Section 6: Los Santos beckons the triumph of GTA 5. In 2013, Rockstar Games released Grand Theft Auto 5, a game that would shatter all previous sales records and redefine the open-world genre once again. Set in the sprawling metropolis of Los Santos and the surrounding countryside of San Andreas, GTA 5 marked the series' return to the fictional Southern California last seen in San Andreas. However, this was a Los Santos rebuilt from the ground up, boasting unprecedented scale, detail, and technical prowess. For the first time in the series, GTA V featured 3 playable protagonists: Michael, a retired bank robber living a life of luxury under witness protection; Franklin, a young street hustler looking for a way out of the ghetto; and Trevor, a volatile and unpredictable career criminal. The game's narrative weaved between the perspectives of these 3 characters, offering players a multifaceted look at the criminal underworld of Los Santos. GTA V was a monumental achievement in video game design, pushing the boundaries of open-world immersion and technical innovation. The game's vast map was teeming with life, offering an unparalleled level of detail and interactivity. From the bustling streets of downtown Los Santos to the tranquil forests of Blaine County, every inch of the game world felt alive and brimming with possibility.